Hey, what's up guys, WRG here with another video, and today I have a very cool unboxing for you guys. This is a very budget friendly optic that you guys might want to consider. I liked it so much I picked up 3 of them, so let's unbox it and check it out. Got the Kershaw Blur from Unboxing Duties. Okay, let's check it out. So there we go, it's the Romeo5. So I picked it up for a pretty good deal. You know, you guys can maybe find a better deal out there, I'm not so sure, but from what I was able to research, you know, I got pretty much a pretty top tier deal, but excuse me, can't talk. But let me just go over one of them to begin with. All right, so I picked this up for about $129.99. That's shipped. And retail is usually $220 if I'm not mistaken, but you know, it's been on the market for a little bit, so prices have come down, of course. Now, this optic is pretty cool, guys. It has a lot of features. And again, in terms of pricing, I've heard you could get it as low as $119.99, and supposedly it's been on the market for $100. I don't know where, but that's the word on the street. So you could get it for potentially cheaper, but I thought $129.99 was very good value for what I'm getting. I have a few rifles or guns that might want to use this, so definitely a good budget option. I didn't want to spend $800 per optic on Aimpoint, but this is supposed to be almost as good and have very good value to it. So let's go over a few of the features and a few of the specs and check it out. Okay, so as you guys can see here, you have elevations and windage adjustments. It's up to plus and minus 40 MOA. You have one-time magnification. You have 8 daytime settings, 2 night vision settings, which is pretty cool. It's a 2 MOA dot. Your aperture is 20 millimeters, so that's basically the distance or the size that you're able to see through. And then the weight is 5.1 ounces, which is not bad. A few more specs before we unbox. It has very low parallax. That means that you could basically tilt your head at different angles, and point of aim should still be point of impact. So that's pretty cool. You have unlimited eye relief, and it also takes CR2032 batteries. Now, this is something I wanted to discuss because they do have other options on the market that you could go with. Like, for example, they have a AAA version, which a lot of people like. So basically, you could just use a AAA battery and you get the same performance, which is a more common battery. But here's the trade-off. From what I was able to see online, the AAA one costs $180. This one was $130. A AAA battery, a 2032 battery only costs, I think, $1 each. So why am I going to pay an extra $50 when I could buy so many of these batteries for $1 each? You know, the trade-off really didn't make sense to spend an extra $50 for AAA capabilities. Remember, these are intended to last 5 years. So it's not like you're going to be buying batteries all the time. You could really just stock up for like $5, and that should cover you literally for like 25 years. So it doesn't really make sense, I think, to up the money and spend the extra money for a AAA option. You know, unless you're like overseas or some special application that you absolutely can't, but I don't see why you can't spend a couple bucks and just pick up these batteries, and you should be good unless you're over there for over 30 years. You know, I think you should be fine. A couple other features on it. So it does have M1913 Picatinny rail interface, so it's very easy for mounting. And it also comes with a co-witness or 1/3 witness riser, so you could definitely use that. So, and also, of course, one of the coolest things and one of the features that allows it to maintain its long battery life is it's motion activated. They call it MOTAC by Sig. And of course, Sig does have a 5-year warranty on all their optics, and they do have a lifetime warranty. I'm not sure if it applies to this, but they do have at least a 5-year warranty, which is pretty good, and some type of lifetime warranty that supposedly applies. I'm just not sure how that works out with their optics, but either way, I think this is very good value, especially for $130. As you can see, I picked up 3, and what it does is, you know, it gives me a lot of options for my optics. So obviously here it's sealed, so let's unbox and check it out. Very nice boxing. You got the phone. So of course, first you have your manual. Is nice for cleaning your screen. It is fog proof, or supposed to be fog proof. I don't know if I mentioned that. This is just to preserve it. your brand new battery, of course. Careful with children, as always. And here it is. Here's the optic. And before we dive into that, let me see what else is here. Not sure what this is, but I'm sure I'll find out. Some type of maybe unlocking device. And of course, our mounting. So pretty cool. Let me see, I don't think there's anything else in the box. Nope, that's pretty much it. A lot of extra foam here, so it's good to protect it. So you know that when you receive it, it's not gonna get all banged up, which supposedly should be able to take all that banging. But yeah, and then you have also covers, which is really nice. I think it's important that Sig provided those. So all in all, pretty cool. And I'm excited to mount it to one of my rifles and see how it looks. Okay, so after looking at this for about 30 seconds, it's very easy to put together. All you gotta do is pop this in here. And this piece will just slide right in. And basically that's how you would adjust it onto your rifle or handgun, pistol, shotgun, wherever you want to put it. It will easily mount there. Obviously you have a Sig tool here, which is, this is like a, maybe some proprietary piece. And all this will do is just screw in pretty easily and tighten it on whatever it is you want to tighten it on. And then obviously on the top part, you could use it for your windage and elevation. You could use this piece to turn it, or as I've seen, you could also use these caps, which is pretty cool. You literally just turn them out and you could use those. So let me show you guys. So very simple. You just have to make sure not to lose this, but you shouldn't lose it because once you screw it on, it should stay on. And it's only for making adjustments, which you shouldn't have to do too often. So, you know, you basically just turn this on here. So in the field, you don't need any special tools, and you could just go ahead and do that. If you lose it or you just want to take these caps off, which I don't recommend, you could always use your Sig tool that's included. So that's pretty cool. As for the battery installation, it's very simple. All you got to do is unscrew this compartment here. So pretty easy to come off. And as you can see there, it's very obvious. It'll tell you the negative side. You could also see an O-ring here on the side, which is used to seal, which is really nice. And then you just pick up your battery. Obviously that's the positive side, that's the negative side, so it just should pop right on like that. So take that off. Place that there. And just screw this right back on. So I'm just going to hand tight it right now. And let's check it out. Let's take off these covers, which just pop right off. I guess you can keep in your bag whenever you want to put your gun away. I think you have to press plus to turn it on, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe hold it down. There it is. So yeah, just hold it down. Let's go through the settings. Wow, and that's on the brightest setting, which is obviously too much, I think, for me. I don't need that blinding red dot in my face. I think something like this is pretty usable and should be pretty good, I think. So that should be pretty usable to me. I don't think I need anything much higher unless I'm out and it's really bright outside, which I can quickly adjust. But that should be pretty cool. And then it's supposed to shut off, you know, automatically when there's no motion or vibrations. So pretty nice system. I really like it. Let's mount it, see how it looks. Okay, so I have it here mounted on my SCAR. So if you want to see how it looks, this is pretty much it. Again, you're only adding like 5 ounces, which I think is pretty good. And you're getting really a lot for the money. You know, for 130 bucks, I think it's a lot of value. Sig is a pretty good, well-known brand, and they stand behind their products, which is always really nice to know. And in general, I think it works pretty well. You know, I can't wait to take it out in the field and actually test it. But from what I've heard, pretty good value, so it should be pretty nice. If you guys have any questions, leave it down in the comments. Please like, share, subscribe. Really helps out the channel. Also, feel free to check out my B channel, which is Mindset and Tactics, which I recently started up. So there I'll be posting maybe less gun stuff, more like survival type of things or prepping type of things, but I'll definitely have that available. Even like philosophical type of videos might be posted over there. So definitely check that out. Also, I did a Patreon, so if you guys want to check me out on Patreon, you're welcome to do so. You don't have to financially support me if you don't want to. If you do, I really appreciate it, but if not, it's free, and you guys can just check it out. I'll be putting like behind the scenes things and links, and whatever I can't put on YouTube might be put there, and just little extra things for you guys to check out. So feel free to check that out. Appreciate the support, guys. Thanks for watching again. Like, share, sub. WRG out.